All right, guys, we may have something here. You gotta take a look at this right away. This may be one of the best finds out of this entire lot of coins. Whoa, that is much bigger than I have ever found before. Probably one of my best quarter finds of all time right there.
Hello everybody and welcome back to 5 Banks, 1 Hunt. That of course being the series where I go to 5 different banks, pick up 10 rolls each of pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters, go through the rolls looking for interesting and valuable coins and see which bank comes out on top. At this point we've gone through pennies, nickels, and dimes from all 5 different banks, found some really good stuff, and now we are on to our final denomination, the quarters. We were lucky enough to find silver in both the nickels and dimes. Let's see if we can do it in the quarters. That would be amazing. So here is a look at the lineup of the quarters from all the different banks. We have them nicely packaged here from the black, purple, blue, yellow, and red bank. The only really interesting finds that I see just based off the enders is this one right here, which has a little bit of color. Definitely an older coin. I'm gonna guess probably late 60s, early 70s on that. Probably not gonna be silver though. And then we have an Anime Wong 2022. One of the newer designs I haven't seen a whole lot of, so that's very interesting to see as well. But really what we're gonna be looking for in these is a variety of different airs, and hopefully, if we're lucky, we could get a piece of silver. Of course, as we go through these rolls of quarters today, we're gonna be using the Quin Coins silver stacking placemat to aid us in our hunting. This placemat features dimes, quarters, and half dollars all across the front of it, showing you all the different types of those coins that you could find. And then flipping it out over to the backside, we have some more interesting stuff to be on the lookout for, as well as what these coins look like from the edges. In case you're just searching for silver, that's gonna help you identify silver coins once you come across them. As always, if you're interested in picking up one of these placemats to aid you in your dime, quarter, or half dollar hunting, you can head on over to my website at quinscoins.com. I'll put links down in the description below. I also have penny and nickel placemats up there for you as well. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into some quarters and see which bank comes out on top. As always, we're going to be kicking things off with the red bank. Again, not really anything super interesting on the enders there. We do have a 2022 right there of Wilma Mankiller, so we can take a look at that one, but other than just it being kind of a new design that's come out recently, there's nothing really special about it. Not too many errors to look out for on that one, at least as far as I'm aware, but I will grab that one just to start, because why not? So let's go ahead and open up our first quarter roll, hoping for silver, also hoping for those West Point quarters, which we have listed right here from 2019 to 2020. Those are, I believe, still worth about 15 bucks a piece, going on Amazon, or sorry, on eBay, not Amazon. You don't usually get coins on Amazon. But just looking at those edges, guys, I'm not seeing any silver. Let's take a look at our ender there, the Wilma Mankiller from 2022. That's part of the women's series, and you can see that we have a different obverse on there than what you're probably used to when looking at quarters. That's going to be what we have going forward from 2022, at least until 2025. I'm not sure how much longer they're going to be holding on to that obverse. Maybe they'll switch it up in 2026, but I don't know. We have a 2020 right here, Marsh Billings Rockefeller. I have quite a few W's on that, so what we're going to be looking for on that, on the reverse here, we're looking for a W mint mark right there. I am only seeing a P on this one, so that's not going to be a keeper, but any 2019, any 2020, we are going to be flipping over to look for that W mint mark. And a lot of this stuff, you know, I will just kind of talk about as it comes up. There are other errors to look for, so I will definitely let you know as I see something kind of what to look for in that specific coin. All right, so we got another Marsh Billings Rockefeller coming up right here, 2020. Let's flip that over, see if we got a W. Nope, that one's just a Philly, so we'll keep moving there. There we go, we got a Voto para la Mujer, and that is, again, a 2020 Women's Series quarter right there. I believe that I do have that one in my collection already, though, so we are just going to kind of move past that one. There's a 2019 right there, and that is just a P, so no W on that one. And I think as we go through these, I'll probably just be looking for, I'll just be pulling those to the side, the W, or sorry, the 2019s and the 2020s, and we'll check them all for W's at once. There is something also to look for on the 2021 Philly. This is the Denver, but I will just kind of show it over here. I'll just flip over to the obverse to demonstrate what you want to be looking for. I'll put a picture up so you can see that as well. There is a massive die chip, sometimes smaller as well, that you can get on the head of Washington there. So I'll be looking out for that as well on the 2021 Phillies. All right, moving on to roll number 2. Just opened her up, and I'm seeing some shiny coins here. This one sure is shiny. Let's see what that is. Oh, there we go. We got a 2023. I think this is actually
my first 2023 ever. I haven't pulled one of these yet, so flip it over to the reverse and see what we got there. So Bessie Coleman, yeah, I think that's the first one to come out in the 2023 quarters. There are going to be 5 designs as usual, so I think that's the first of 5. And they'll be releasing those throughout the year here in 2023. So that's pretty cool. I'll put that one to the side. I know I don't have that in the collection yet, so it would be cool to add in there. And let's just go ahead and go through once again and see if we're going to get anything interesting. There is a 2021 Philly that we can check for that die chip. I did have multiple rolls of the 2021 Phillies, and I was only able to find like one out of it, I believe. So it's not as easy as I thought it would be to find. There is something going on with that. It might just be super, super minor, but I will hold on to it anyway. And let's just quickly go through here. I'll just pull any 2021 piece to the side. We'll look at those later. There's a 2022 Maya Angelou. Actually, a very nicely toned right there. I'll pull that one out. But other than that, guys, I'm just going to keep going here, and I'll let you know when I find something good. All right, moving on to roll number 4. There we go. We got something in roll number 4 at least. I saw this pretty much right off the bat. It was just kind of poking out there. That is a Bicentennial, not really worth anything monetarily, at least not over face value, but I do love to pull them out and create rolls of them. So there's a 1976, it's actually got that double date, 1776 to 1976, the 200-year Bicentennial, that's why they call it that, of the American independence. So that is a pretty cool coin right there. I do like to pull them out. Most of them are pretty worn down. It's pretty cool though if you could find one in decent shape. And I've been pulling out these 2020s and 2019s here. I got a nice little pile over here that we could probably take a look at while we get the camera going. So why don't we do that now? It's maybe 5 or 6 coins here. We can just quickly flip them over to this side and see if any W's show up. So here we go. That one is a Denver, Philly, Philly. That was a pretty messed up one, so I'm okay with that not being a W, and another Philly. So lots of Phillies there. We'll keep going here, guys, and I'll let you know when I find something else. Okay, here we go. So we got a Kansas here, which is something that we can actually check for a error that does come up from time to time. I'm going to flip this over to the obverse, and what we're looking for over here is for it to say, "In God we rust." I will put a picture up of what that looks like over on the left-hand side so you can see. This one certainly does not have it, but I have found them from time to time in varying degrees of severity, and that's caused by a grease error. So that's kind of what we're looking for on that Kansas quarter there. And oh, that was a 2020. No W though. And actually, here's an Alaska. I've actually been holding these to the side. It's actually a very easy error to find. And again, you can find it in different degrees of severity, but there is an extra claw to be on the lookout for on that bear's kind of outstretched paw there. So I got looks like 3 now that we can take a look at under the microscope in a little bit here. So we'll plan to do that probably by the end of the rest of these coins. Here we got a hold coin, so that's kind of interesting. Just something to keep things interesting there. I will pull that to the side. And we get another 2020 right here. So we may as well just look at our little pile here of 2020s and 2019s and see what we can come up with here. All right, so yep, there is our first one. Let's flip it over this way so we can just quickly do it. And so we got a Philly there, a Philly again. Lots of Phillies showing up in these, I'll tell you what. I mean, it would make sense. I am much closer to the Philadelphia Mint than I am to the Denver, so that would all make sense. Ooh, that one's got some damage on it. That's what's making me sad is as we get further and further away from 2019 and 2020, we are going to be seeing a lot of these coins with a lot of damage on it. And can you imagine seeing one like this? I can't even tell what the mint mark is on that. I think it's a D, but I'm going to put it aside just to look under the microscope in case it ends up being a W, because it's just got a lot of damage. I can hardly tell what it says there. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for that little batch of coins right there. Let's keep moving here and see what else we can find. All right, guys, final roll of the red bank. Let's see if it's got any silver for us. This is our last chance for silver from this bank, at least out of the quarters. So, yeah, it's not looking too good there. But we're going to look through this here. Let's grab all the 2019s, 2020s that we can. And then we'll just take a look at all of those. I got, again, a nice little pile over there that we can check. There's another Alaska. I think I got a pile of about 5 of those. Oh, there we go. We got another Bicentennial right there. That double date, 1776 to 1976. So, again, always nice to see those. That'll count towards the tally on this bank, and there's a nice 2020 right there, American Samoa National Park. I'll take that. And let's see what else we got going on in this roll. And once we get kind of towards the end of this particular bank here, I'm going to throw a couple of these coins under the microscope, and we'll see if we got any nice errors going on. Just checking that Kansas for the Ngawi Rust. I did not see it there. There's a 2020 Weir Farms. I just pulled it to the side. Haven't seen that design yet, so nice to see. Another Marsh Billings Rockefeller there. And coming down to the end of it here, see if anything else is going to come up for us. There's a 2020. I did not see if that had a W or not, so we'll check that one. And I think that is going to just about do it there. All right, so we got a nice pile right here of 2020s and 2019s, all kind of different here. So let's see if we can pull a W. It's our last chance here for the red bank, but plenty more chances to go as we progress through these coins. All right, let's see if we can get it to focus there a little better. So P's all around, it seems. P, 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 a whole bunch of P's. Where are our W's? Well, there's something different. It's a Denver. Another P, and it looks like our final one is a P. So no W's out of there. We did get one 2009 though, which I'm going to put to the side, American Samoa. And that's it's not super rare to find 2009s. It's actually rare to find 2010s, 2011s, kind of in that range is what you want to look out for. But we got a few coins here, guys. Let's go ahead and throw them up under the scope and see what we got. All right, we're going to start off with some Alaska quarters here, looking for that extra claw on that bear right there. And it looks like we do have it on this one. The very first one we put up, you can see between kind of the 4th and 5th digit there on this bear's claw. There is a little bit of extra material there. And you're also looking for extra material on this land, the word land over here in the Great Land. I don't see any there, but I definitely do see a little bit on that bear's claw. And we have 4 more to look at, so let's see if we can get another one. Now this one's not in great shape, but let's see what it's got. No, I don't. Oh yeah, I definitely see it on the land over here though. Look at that. At the end of the L, at the end of the A. Yeah, these coins are just kind of messed up. And I mean, this one's not in great shape. You can see it's got like corrosion all over it. But I am definitely seeing it there, which I think is a little more rare to see it on those letters. At least I haven't seen it as much. Let's take a look at this next one. So that one actually looks fine to me. So I'm going to throw that one back because there's nothing wrong with that one. So you can see that there are some that aren't completely messed up. This one looks like it's got a little bit of extra material. Definitely, look at that. Between the A and the N, that is a massive amount of extra material right there. So yeah, you do see this come up quite a bit. And let's see what our last one has. Yeah, once again, not as much on the letters, but definitely has that extra claw. So these do come up quite a bit. I really like to look for the ones that have like a ton of extra material there on the letters because I think those are more interesting. But that's just my personal preference. I'll probably hold on to all of these though, at least they made the cut. I wanted to take a look at this Washington crossing the Delaware because it looks like, yeah, I was right. There is some extra material up there on the top of the hat. So once again, a very small die chip. You're looking for a big one would be preferable, but I'll take a small one. It's a small victory. Definitely a keeper right there. And then I just wanted to take a look at this real quick because we couldn't determine if this was a W or not. Nope, that's just going to be a P, so we will throw that one back. But yeah, definitely some extra material there on the hat of Washington, so I will take that. And let's go ahead and, with that being said, move on to the yellow bank. All right, yellow bank is up, and we did have kind of an interesting ender here. It's colored red. I said earlier in the video that's probably a late 60s, early 70s coin. Let's see how correct I was about that. And so we'll do that one first. Just move all these other ones out of the way and get right into that first ender right there. I don't know if I would necessarily refer to this as an ender because it's not something I would typically keep. It's just kind of interesting. But either way, it's cool. It makes the hunt a little bit more interesting, so I think we will take a look at it first here. Why not? So there it is. Got a little bit of red on the coin. You guys keep explaining to me what this is in the comments, and I keep forgetting. I think there's been a couple different explanations at this point. Let's see if the other side has red on it. Yeah, it does. So 66, I was pretty much right on the dot there with the late 60s. I just wish it would have been 2 years earlier. We could have had ourselves a piece of red silver right there. But that's all right. We got plenty more coins to look through. And let's see what we can get here, guys. So just do a quick kind of just take a look real quickly here, see if anything pops out for us. So there's the Philly that we can check for that extra material. And let's see what else we got here. All these banks are different, so they're all gonna have different assortments of coins. Like right here, we just hit a 2010. We didn't get any 2010s, 2011s in the last bank, but we just hit a 2010 Grand Canyon. These are a little bit lower mintage, so I definitely do like to pull those out. Well, it looks like that's gonna do it for the first roll, guys. I got a couple of coins to check later on. We'll do the microscope at the end of the rolls just to see if we got anything there. But with that being said, I'm gonna keep going here, and I'll let you know when I find something good. And a 2009, we actually got another 2009 earlier, so 2 District of Columbias. Definitely take that, and let's keep moving. And there's our first Bicentennial for the yellow bank. Nice. So we got 1 out of, what, 3 rolls so far? So we're on pace for probably 3 in these rolls, which would be nice. It would beat out the red bank for Bicentennials at least. So that would be pretty cool. Let's keep moving. There we go. So that's actually 2 in 1 roll. We got another Bicentennial coming out here. This one looks pretty decent, actually. In much better shape than all the other ones that have come before it. Nice looking coin right there. Oh, what the heck happened to this coin? This thing has probably been exposed to some heat. That's typically what you see when that has occurred. Wow, 2015. Well, that's definitely an interesting find. All out of the same roll too, and I think it's finally coming to an end here. But yeah, we'll keep going here and see what else we can get. All right, now here's one that I've always wanted to find. I still have never been able to find for myself, but you're looking for an extra leaf on that corn stalk right there. There's 2 variations. There's high leaf and low leaf. Those are both worth some serious money right there. And I'll put a picture up so you guys can see that. But I have never been able to find one. I did actually have a fan send me one recently, which was amazing. I will have to open that soon and maybe make a short video out of it. Because I've always wanted one ever since I was a kid. And the story behind it is incredible as well. If you have found one of these in the wild, please drop me a comment down below and let me know the story behind it. That is just one of the coolest things. And ever since I was a kid, you know, this is right around the time when I started looking at coins. It was around 2004, 2005. So that is kind of a big one. It definitely holds a place in my childhood as an awesome coin to find. Still haven't been able to find one in the wild myself though, so I'll be on the hunt until we can get one there. But it looks like that is going to do it for roll number 6. Oh, one more coin here we can check. And actually another error that I've still never been able to find is the spitting horse error, where you have a die crack coming straight out of the horse's mouth over to the left-hand side of that coin. I don't see it on this one, but it's definitely a cool one, once again, to be on the lookout for. And I have seen people say that they found those, so they're definitely out there, guys. All right, let's go ahead and move on to roll number 7 and see if we can get anything else. We got 2 2020s in a row here. I feel like we should take a look at those, just in case. Got double the chances here for a W. So that one's a Denver. At least it's different than a P. And what do we got here? Oh, also a Denver. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's cool. We'll keep going here. I got a whole pile that coming down to the end here we're going to take a look at. All right, guys. Last roll of the yellow bank here. Once again, last chance for silver, at least out of this bank. And we're about at the halfway point then, so we'll have to see if any of these have some silver in store for us. I see we have an Alaska right there on the end. Looks like we're up to 4 Alaska quarters that we can check for errors at the end of this roll, which is coming up pretty soon here. So let's just go through here and see what else we got. There's a 2011 right next to another Alaska quarter. But like I said, you know, 2011 is not easy to come by. That's the Vicksburg. And I don't know how many of those I have in the collection, or if I have it in the collection or not. But let's grab that 2008 Bear right there. I know that that was a 2020. I usually don't look at the mint marks. I just kind of flip them. So even if it is obverse side up and then I flip it, it's pretty likely that I haven't actually seen the mint mark on it. So that's kind of how I operate. I'm sure you guys watching at home, though, are probably looking at every single mint mark and saying, Quinn, you just missed a W. How did you put that into the pile? And that's my answer for you. All right, so there's a couple of 2021s. Just going to briefly check for any obvious die chips, and then we'll take a look at our pile. You can see right here, we got a decent amount of 2020s and 2019s, all looking like they're still in pretty good shape, which is nice to see. So let's go this way, and we'll see if we got any W's. All right, here we go. Our biggest pile yet, P, D, P, D. And what is that? That's a P. P, P, D. Come on, W. Come on, W. P, D. Nice mixture here, at least. This is much different than the red bank, which pretty much was all P's. There's a D, P, and our final coin is a P. All right, no W's, no silver, but let's take a look at our Alaska quarters here and see if we can get some significant errors on those. All right, so we got 5 of them this time. Let's see how severe we can get. That's definitely, I would throw that one back. That's not too interesting. Even if it is an extra claw, it's pretty worn down, so not the best example right there. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, that's much more clear. Definitely some extra material on that A, though. Again, look at that, between the A and the N. And as I said, that's kind of what I'm more interested in, so I will take that one. Here's a really nice condition one right here. Look at how clear that claw is, and then what the heck is going on with that A? It looks like there's a big chunk of material right on top of it. That actually, that might be just a dent. Yeah, I think that's probably some post-mint damage right there, so we'll throw that one back as well. So we got 1 keeper so far. No, not really on that one either. So I guess we're not always hitting them at least. There is definitely an extra claw there and no extra material. So I'd say out of that, maybe just hold on to this one because there is definitely the extra claw there and extra, not there, but not there either. What was I seeing before? Okay, those 3 are going back. There's really nothing interesting about those. And with that being said, it looks like we got 2 nice Alaska extra claw quarters out of the yellow bank, so we'll put those up here and we'll move on to the blue bank, see if we can get some silver. So here's our rolls from the blue bank. Nothing too crazy going on with the enders. Once again, we do have some 2022 showing up. We got a Anime Wong there, a Sally Ride right there, so definitely some newer coins in here. And we'll see if we're gonna get some older coins as well. That's kind of what we're hoping for. Let's grab that Anime Wong right there and just start with that one. Nice to see some newer designs. It's something more interesting to see instead of just the same old quarters over and over again. So let's just see what we got in this roll. All right, first roll from the blue bank. Is it gonna be loaded with silver? That's always what we hope for when we open the first roll. You just never know. And this one didn't open so well, so let's try to push them out here and see. All right, so that whole roll, all we could find was 1 2020, which I haven't checked yet, but let's see if we got a W here. It would make up for the roll, because kind of weird to find absolutely nothing in a roll. Let's see what we got here. 3, 2, 1. All right, Philly. That's all right, guys. We'll move on to the next one, and I'll let you know when I find something good. All right, there we go. We got a Bicentennial pretty early here. In the last 2 banks, we were able to get 2 Bicentennials each, and actually in the yellow bank, they both came in the same roll. So I will take that. Let's see if we can beat 2 Bicentennials here. There's a 2019 River of No Return. What the heck? Let's just flip it over. It's a Philly. All right. I'm really praying for that W. I think we can get it, but we got to keep going here and see what we can find. All right, roll number 3 from the blue bank. I will say this. These coins have been older, just kind of on average, than all the other coins that we've looked at so far. So that may be a good sign for some silver. Who knows? There's a 2009 right there, DC once again. So that's our 3rd DC out of these coins so far. And it looks like we're getting a 2012 here as well. So kind of on that, on the edge of those lower mintage quarters right there. 2012 Shaco Culture. I'll definitely take that. And a couple of 2020s in here as well. We got a Marsh Billings Rockefeller and a nice looking Salt River Bay. It would help if you guys could see that. There you go. So we'll check those later. Looks like we got a whole bunch more rolls to go, guys. On to roll number 4. Oh, what do we got going on here? It's got some blue stuff on it, so probably not silver, but definitely an interesting looking coin right there. 94, huh, weird. Here we are hitting the halfway point on the blue bank, and this is going to be the halfway point of the hunt as well. So let's see what it's going to give us. It looks like a nice shiny coin for sure. Let's see what that's going to be. That's going to be a 2022. That makes sense. So nothing like crazy old or anything like that, and I'm not seeing any silver either, so I'll take a look at them and let you know. 3 2020s in a row there. That's a nice addition to the pile. Yeah, we got a nice pile going on here, guys. I think we better look at it before it topples over. So here is our pile of 2019s and 2020s. Let's take a look at those and see if we're going to get a W on any of them. All right, here we go. Philly. Philly. I think this is probably one of my favorite parts of these hunts, is doing this. You never know when one's going to pop up. Philly. Philly. Denver. Philly. 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 Come on, W. Come on. Philly. Please. Oh, Denver. We had something different there. Philly. Philly. All right, guys, we'll keep going. Oh, there we got a 2010 right there. I'll definitely take that. There's a lot of space in this roll. There's like air in there or something. I wonder if there's something weird in here. Oh, there's one of my favorite designs right there. Antonio Missions right next to a 2020 American Samoa National Park. We gotta check these ones out, guys. Let's just do a quick flip on both of them. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, 2 P's. Oh well, better luck next time. Oh, there we go. Guam, 2009, I'll take that. All right, guys, final roll for the blue bank. We got some decent stuff in here, and once we get to the end of this one here, we're gonna hit the microscope and see if any of those Alaska quarters are gonna pan out for us. We've also got a nice stack that we can check for W's as always, so we got a whole bunch more to check. Even if nothing really pans out here in this roll, there's definitely always potential for finding something. That's why I love quarters so much. I certainly didn't used to. I used to think there was nothing to look for. All the silver had dried out, which to some extent is true. But once they introduced these West Point quarters in 2019 and 2020, the entire game changed. I mean, that is just a massive driver for me to look at quarters. So, yeah. And I also started learning about all the different airs that you can look for as well. That was another one. And yeah, it's just interesting to learn about all the history and all these different designs that we got going on in the quarters. There's a Delaware. We can briefly check for the spitting horse air. I'm not seeing it there, so let's jump into our final pile of 2019s and 2020s for the blue bank here and see if we're going to snag a W before we end here on the blue bank. All right, here we go. So we got a Philly there. I tried to say P and Philly at the same time. That's gross. Another Philly there. Denver there. Philly. About halfway through the stack now. Come on, give us a W. Give us a W. Lots of Phillies so far. Another Philly there. An S would be nice too. I would definitely take that. And I think, yeah, that's the last one. So mostly Philly once again, guys. Let's go ahead and jump under the scope and see what we got. So we only got 2 Alaska quarters this time around. And looking at that one, the Great Land looks fine. That also looks fine. So nothing at all on that one. Let's see if our second one has any errors going on. Let's check the claw first. Looks like it does have a slight extra claw. I'm not seeing anything on land though. So I guess we'll hold on to, I don't know. That's rough. That's kind of tough. I don't think there's much going on there, but we'll hold on to it anyway. This one certainly doesn't have anything though, so we'll throw that back. And we did get a couple of 2009s as well, so we'll throw those onto the pile here. Overall though, Blue Bank didn't do so great. All right, moving on to Purple Bank now. We do actually have a couple of interesting enders here, 2020 and 2019 right there. I'm just gonna rip right into those two and see if we got a couple of W enders there. That would be so cool. Also, something to keep in mind, the Purple Bank has consistently had like some of the best coins out of all the banks so far, so I'm definitely excited to see what they have to offer here. So let's just grab those 2 enders right there with the 2020 and the 2019, and we'll see if we got a W there. That would be awesome. All right, so let's see. Here we go. We got a Marsh Billings Rockefeller right off the bat. I certainly recognize that. We have had multiple W's in that design before, so I wouldn't mind a third. Let's see what we can get here. I guess we'll check for silver first. Not seeing any on that side. Let's just grab this right here and do a quick flip and see if we got ourselves a W. Nope, we do not. We got a Philly on that one, so I'll save those rest of those coins, and then we'll take a look at this one right here. A 2019. I have never gotten a 2019 W. Every W that I have found has been 2020. I don't know what the deal is with that, but it looks like this is going to be what is that? War in the Pacific? No, that's not War in the Pacific. Well, let's just kind of open it up here and we'll take a look for ourselves. Some nice shiny coins there. No silver, it looks like. River of No Return. That's what it is. For 2019, let's see if we got a W. No, it's a Philly again. So, all right, we'll take a look at these rolls and see what we got here as far as what's inside. I mean, that's a nice, shiny looking coin right there. And it looks like it's going to be a state quarter even. Yeah, that's cool. Hawaii right there, 2008. That's definitely an older coin at this point. Hard to believe that, but nice, shiny state quarter right there. Looks like we may have another one here, too. What do we have there? Oh, Michigan. There we go. Love to see some representation there for Michigan. Not really seeing too many later coins in here either. There's another 2019. That one's a War in the Pacific. That one's not a W, though. And let's just check real quick. I'm gonna obviously go through all of these again, but I just wanted to check to see if this other roll had any silver before we kind of do that little off-camera hunting here. All right, yeah, I don't see any silver in there, so we'll just dump them out, look through them all together. What the heck is going on? Somebody put a torch to that one, I think, and we'll see what we can find. All right, nothing too notable in those first 2 rolls. Jumping into roll number 3 now. Oh, 2010 Yosemite. I think we got one of those a little earlier, but I'll take another one. It's a pretty low mintage right there. Not the best shape, but I'll take it. All right, looks like we got a Bicentennial coming out of roll number 4 here. So once again, kind of on par. All of the other rolls have had 2 Bicentennials in them. At least I think. So that counts as our first Bicentennial for the purple bank. Looks like they're all kind of on par for having the same amount of Bicentennials there. But like I said, always love to pull those out, so I'll definitely take it. All right, guys, hitting the halfway point for the purple bank now. Let's see if it's got anything special for us. Haven't seen any Canadians at all, and as a matter of fact, I don't think I've seen any Canadians in a machine wrapped roll in a long time. It was kind of weird that those aren't even showing up anymore. Maybe they never did, because I didn't hunt quarters a whole lot, but it seems like the further back you go in the denominations, like going towards pennies, you typically find more Canadians that way. Find a little bit fewer in the nickels, really not a whole lot in the dimes, and basically nothing in the quarters. I can't remember the last time that I found a Canadian quarter in a machine wrapped roll. All right, there's our 2009 right there, Guam. I'll definitely take that. And we'll see what else we got here. All right, another Bicentennial. So we are up to 2 on this bank as well. Very consistent with the Bicentennials. That one's not in great shape, but another one added. So once again, we have a chance at pulling ahead on those Bicentennials for the purple bank. Let's see if we can do it here. I got 3 more rolls to go on this purple bank. 3 more chances for silver, and then it'll be on to the black bank, and I may have some surprise rolls for you guys at the end here. I think I have a 6th bank's worth of quarters, so we can check those as well, see what we would have missed out on if we hadn't picked those up. But let's keep going here, guys, and see what we can get. I do see one of my favorite coins that just popped out. Let's just quickly check that for the W. 2019 San Antonio Missions, please. 3, 2, 1. Ah, Philly. All right, well, there's one more that I saw here, though. I saw Salt River Bay poking its head up. Let's see what we got on that one. That's also a Philly. Okay, well, oh, there we go. Marsh Billings Rockefeller. This one's loaded with 2020s and 2019s, so I'll take it. But yeah, no W's yet. We'll keep going. All right, guys, last roll of quarters from the purple bank. Let's see how we can do here. I was really hoping for a silver, just based on the purple bank's track record. It's been very good. At least a W. You know, we still have a chance for that. But yeah, no silver in the purple bank, it looks like. And I should probably reiterate, silver is very, very difficult to get in the quarters. So you really shouldn't be expecting to find silver in even per box. It's more like you should expect to find silver maybe every 10 boxes or something like that. So I'm not super disappointed here, at least not yet. I think that there's definitely some room for improvement. We could get probably some better coins here. And mainly what I'm talking about when I say that is W's. Would love to see a West Point come out. I do kind of expect to get a West Point quarter maybe every 1 to 2 boxes, so it would be nice to see one come out here today for us. So let's see what we got here. So we got a Philly there. Philly once again. Lots of Phillies, lots of Phillies. I think that's a Philly. Definitely not a W. Pretty distinct difference there. All right, Denver there. Philly there, Denver, Philly, Denver, Denver, Philly, getting down to the end of it now, Philly, Philly, and Philly. All right, so no W's still, but we have a couple more coins we're going to look at here. Got a couple of Alaskas. Let's put them under the scope. Also found a couple of 2009s. That's probably worth mentioning. And let's take a look at those Alaska quarters under the scope. So I think the red bank kind of spoiled us on these Alaska quarters. We got some really good ones out of there, but hopefully we can continue that trend here. I'm not seeing anything there that looks too interesting, and neither am I there. So we got one more chance here for an interesting Alaska quarter. Let's start up here. The Great Land looks fine. Nothing really going on there, guys. So, yeah, I think we definitely got spoiled on that red bank. Made me think they were more common than they are, which they are fairly common. You can find this stuff, but that red bank had some nice examples. All right, with that being said, guys, purple bank is done. Let's go ahead and move on to the black bank. All right, black bank. Nothing too crazy from the enders. A few 2022s, but I'm probably just going to grab a random one here. I don't really see anything that's catching my eye, so I'll just grab, say, that one and see if we're gonna find anything here, guys. This is our last chance for silver, also our last chance for W's. Can't believe we haven't been able to find either one of those so far. I would expect a W, like I said. I mean, you know, like I said earlier, I expect them in maybe 1 to 2 boxes. So, you know, 5 banks total here is gonna total a single box. So I would expect to see maybe 1, maybe not though. But we'll see. See what we can find here in our final bank. You never know. Sometimes the least expected bank will have the best stuff in it. So let's keep looking here. I was already able to pull out one 2019. There's a roughed up 2020 right there. We'll check for a W as well. And there is our first Bicentennial for the black bank. All banks so far have had 2, so we got a total of 8. Not a bad looking coin right there. It does have some marks from the rolling machine on it, unfortunately, on that obverse, but we'll take it and keep going here and see what else we can find. All right, roll number 2 from the black bank. Here we go. Some shiners there, 2022, 2021. There we go. There's a 2009 I don't think we have seen yet. That is U.S. Virgin Islands. So put that one to the side. Whoa, what the heck is going on there? That is a interesting color, for sure. Look at that. What the heck happened to this coin? I mean, I think it's a quarter, but I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and pull it out and see what it is. What the heck? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. A Bicentennial. Are you oh my gosh. Oh, that is brutal. Looks like battery acid or something. Somebody messed with this coin. But it's definitely a Bicentennial. You can see the double date. 1776, 1976. Ugh, that is brutal. But it is a Bicentennial, so we got to pull it to the side. And we got, what, 6 more rolls to go here. So plenty of opportunity to finally get 3 Bicentennials instead of 2. Very interesting right there. But, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. You find weird stuff like that. All right, let's keep going, see what else we can find. We got a nice pile of 2019s and 2020s going on over here, so hoping we can finally get ourselves that W. All right, guys, halfway point here on the black bank. Some interesting stuff so far. Lots of 2020s. That is for sure. Let's see what we got in this roll. Halfway rolls have not been super kind to me as of late. But let's just briefly scan here. I see a Kansas coming up. Check that for In God We Rust. Bring it up here real quick. Yeah, I've checked a whole bunch of these today. They have all been perfectly fine. No grease air, no In God We Rust. So that's too bad, but you know, we'll keep going. There's a 2009. I'll pull that one out. Don't mind if I do. Let's see what else we got in this roll. There's a Maya Angelou. I haven't seen one in a while. So kind of cool to see one of those come out for the first time in a bit. There is a River of No Return. What is the story on that? That is a very scary sounding name right there. River of No Return. I don't know my history on all of these coins, so wouldn't be able to tell you. But since we're at the halfway point here, guys, let's take a look at this pile of 2019s, 2020s we got going on here. See if we can finally pull ourselves a W. Starting things off with a P, and another P, another P, another P, whole bunch of P's. Let's get a W. There's a D. Oh, another D. All right, what do we got there? P, D, D, and P, 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 P. Come on, W. Lots of P's. All right, last 3 coins. P, D, and our final coin is a P. All right, guys. We don't have too many coins left to get that W, so hopefully we can. Got 5 more rolls to go in the black bank. We'll see what we can find. All right, guys. We may... I had to pull this one to the side. We may have something here. It's looking pretty messed up, but I think there may actually be a pretty large die chip on the top of Washington's hat there. We gotta take a look at this right away. Let's just finish off this roll here. See if anything else is gonna pop out for us. Doesn't look like it, so let's pull it right on over to the microscope here. I'll go ahead and turn it on now and slide that under. Let's take a look at this. This may be one of the best finds out of this entire lot of coins. Whoa. Okay, that is much bigger than I have ever found before. It really sucks that it has all this other stuff going on. You can see some like fibers and stuff. This orange, whatever's going on here, but that is a massive, and look, it's even on the back half of his hat as well. Just a smaller one there in the corner, but that could actually be worth something. That is the biggest one I've found so far. One of the biggest ones that I've seen. I have seen some huge ones that just go across the entire hat of Washington there, but that is actually a really nice find right there. That may just take the cake for the best find out of all of these quarters today. That is awesome, guys. Very, very cool right there. And we got 4 more rolls to go on the black bank. So let's just keep going. Let's see if we can find something else. Oh, there we go. We got ourselves a 3rd Bicentennial. So we do beat out all the other banks with this black bank here for the most Bicentennials. Unfortunately, one of them had to be extremely weird, but we'll take it. I'll take it for sure. There's a 2020. May as well check that while we got the camera on here. 2020 Salt River Bay. Find a whole bunch of these, so... All right, it's just a Denver. We'll keep going, see what else we can find. So I've been seeing a lot of this in these rolls, and I don't know what it is. It looks like somebody took a lighter or something and just sprayed this coin. Just checking this 2020 right here. It's not a W, but yeah, look at this. This is a really weird pattern right there. Definitely artificial toning, if you could call it that. Yeah, really weird. All right, guys, we are down to our last roll from the black bank, so pretty much last chance for silver here. Let's go ahead and see if we can get anything. Would be amazing, but like I said, not really expected. And we are going to be, of course, looking through for W's once again. We got a few over here, a few coins to look at, but not as many as last time. So, you know, chances are slim, but I think I still believe. I think we could get it. But yeah, let's just flip through these real quick, just see if anything pops out. And if not, we'll just take a look. Oh, there's a 2020. I totally missed the other side. There's a 2019. We can check. Would love to find a 2019 W. There's a Guam, so we'll grab that. Actually, oh, there's another. That's a Philly, though. But yeah, lots of 2009s, 2010s out of these last few rolls here, so that is definitely a good sign. All right, so there are the ones we can check. And let's see if we can do it, guys. Last chance here for W. Denver. Starting off with 2 Denvers. That's kind of weird, right? Philly, Philly, Philly. Just a few more here. Philly, 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 and our final coin is a Philly. So no W's out of today's banks, unfortunately, but that's okay. We did get a massive die chip, and let's take a look. We got a couple more Alaska quarters here with which we can check for that extra claw. Let's see if we can get a nice example of that. All right, so just 2 this time. Let's check land first. Not seeing anything there. Definitely an extra claw there, though, so we can hold on to that one. And our final Alaska quarter. Let's check the land. And I don't know. That one's a little questionable. Yeah, definitely some weirdness going on with that claw as well. So I think we got 2 extra claws. Nothing on the land, though, unfortunately. But yeah, lots of good stuff here, guys. Lots of finds for sure. Let's go ahead and tally up the points, though, and see which bank came out on top. Before we get into our wrap up today, I've got 10 bonus rolls from the bank that we decided not to hunt. These, unlike the last few episodes, are not uncirculated, so we do have some interesting stuff in here. Let's go ahead and open these up and see what we missed out on. All right, Bicentennial right there. We'll take that. Kansas quarter. No Ingawi Rust. Puerto Rico, though, I'll take that. 2010 Hot Springs. Don't mind if I do. And a Bicentennial. Don't mind if I do. All right, guys, final roll of the bonus bank. So this is our actual final chance for silver right here. So let's just get it over with. Yeah, no silver, but that's okay. Let's see what else we got here, and we'll take a look. I actually haven't looked at the 2020s or 2019s yet for these rolls because there really haven't been too many. So I don't have like the largest stack over here, but you know, if we could end this video with a 2019 W or even a 2020 W, that would be absolutely amazing. We just got another Yellowstone 2010 right there, so I'll definitely take that. Put that to the side. Got a decent amount of stuff like that out of these rolls. We also were able to get one that I'm going to show you in a second here. I've been checking all these Kansas and have not found one in Gobwe Rust yet. But, oh, there we go, another Bicentennial. So that actually puts us up to 3, and they're all in decent shape, unlike that last one, which really wasn't in very good shape at all. All right, so we just got another 2008 Alaska. There's another 2008 Alaska. We'll pull that to the side as well. Take a look at that under the scope. And it looks like that is going to be the end of the bonus bank. Let's see if we missed any W's over here in the bonus bank. How crazy would that be? All right, so we got a Philly there. Denver, Philly, Philly, come on. Philly, Philly. Oh, I thought we had something there. There was a scratch on it that made it kind of look like a W. There's a Denver, Denver. Oh, I guess we had more than I thought here. Denver, or sorry, Philly. Getting a little full here. All right, so down to the last 5 or so. There's Philly, Philly, coming down to the wire here. Philly, Denver, Philly, last one, Philly. I still can't get over this 2021 die chip right here. That is just fascinating. I wish I could figure out a way to clean it up, though. It's got all these weird, like, fibers going on. This yellow kind of corrosion-looking stuff. Yeah, that is an awesome, awesome find. Probably one of my best quarter finds of all time right there. So I think without a doubt, the Black Bank is going to have to win this one because it doesn't get much better than that.
All right, guys, welcome to the wrap-up on this special quarter hunt. 6 different banks, 10 rolls each. We got a lot of stuff here. As you can see, a whole bunch of Bicentennials, one really messed up one right there, and 3 coming out from our bonus bank. I decided to go through the Alaska quarters and prune out any that didn't have some type of die chip in the Great Land word there. So if it was just a extra claw, I got rid of it because they are pretty common. But you can see that that kind of thinned it out. We did get 2 up there from the red bank. But, you know, we kind of do it a little more subjective when we're looking at either dimes or quarters. We don't have the point system like we do with the pennies or the nickels. So we just kind of have to look at this and say, you know, which one really came out on top here. And, you know, between the red, yellow, blue, purple, black, and then, you know, the extra bank doesn't count. That's just something else that we have for the collection. But if we're looking kind of subjectively, I guess you could say, in my honest opinion, I think the Black Bank definitely has to be the winner on this just because of that massive die chip that we found. Here I have a nice little graphic here so you guys can see what exactly all of these banks came out with. So lots of Bicentennials, a couple of nice Alaskas, and then the small die chip in the red and the massive die chip in the Black Bank definitely puts the Black Bank as the leader out of all of those. So to sum everything up and take a look at just how every bank did here, I think we can kind of just look at volume. This right here is our extra bank. Not a whole lot of finds coming out of there, but that was to be expected. But funnily enough, I have all of the most interesting finds laid out here in front, and you can see that every single bank had at least one interesting find, with the Black Bank having 2, one being a silver dime and the other being that massive die chip. The Purple Bank had a silver dime as well. Blue Bank had a 1942S silver war nickel. Yellow Bank had a 2004S Louisiana Purchase Proof, which was an amazing find, especially for me. And then a smaller die chip over here on the Red Bank. So I think it's safe to say Red Bank did not win. The rest of them are a little tough. I guess we could say massive die chip plus silver dime always is going to beat just silver dime. So then it's really just between yellow, blue, and black. Now, I really love this 2004S Louisiana Purchase Proof, so I think it's going to have to beat out a war nickel, which means it's just between yellow and black. And that is a really tough call for me because I love this Louisiana Purchase Proof. And if we're just going based off of these coins, that definitely makes it tough. Now let's actually look at what we have here. We have a lot more coins over here on the yellow bank than the black bank. However, this massive die chip is something that I have been looking for a very long time. Unsuccessfully. I've had just very little success with that. I've gotten tiny ones, but this massive one right here, I think that definitely has to win it all. That's probably the best coin that I found in this hunt. Maybe the best coin I found in the last 5 hunts. I don't know, because I really haven't looked too far into what these things are worth or what they're going for and how difficult they are to find. I mean, obviously they're tough to find because it took me this long to find one, and we're in 2023 now. But yeah, I think this is going to have to take it, guys. It's definitely close, though, between the two of them, the yellow bank and the black bank. But I think black bank overall definitely
this is going to be our winner.
Keep in mind, guys, when I went to these banks, I also asked for $50 and dollar coins. Not every bank had them, but some of them did, so I do have some here. I'm very excited to get into those. I just am not exactly sure how to do it. I definitely want to start a coin quest series for both $50 and the dollar coins. I already got the collection albums that I need to do it. I think I need to pick up a few coin tubes, especially for these dollar coins. I don't think I have any coin tubes for them yet, but other than that, I'm pretty much ready to go on a coin quest $50 or dollar series. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, definitely let me know down in the comments below, or we could just open them in their separate videos just to kind of get a glimpse into $50 and dollar coins, because it's not something that I've done either ever or in a very long time. So definitely let me know down below in the comments what you think. And real quick before I end the video, I just want to remind you, if you're interested in picking up one of these silver stacking placemats to aid you in your own dime, quarter, or $50 hunting, you can head on over to my website at Quin Coins, and I'll post a link down in the description below. I also have penny and nickel placemats up there for you as well. With all that being said, thank you so much for tuning into round 2 of 5 banks, 1 hunt. Make sure to go down below and leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, because I post new videos like this every single week. Always bring you along with the hunts and having a good time. And as always, I'm Quinn, and this is Quin Coins signing out, and I will see you in the next one.